What's going on, world? Your man, Mr. Mac, here with AllHipHop.com. I'd like to welcome you to the mechanism. I'm welcoming the first timer to the couch. Young brother out in these streets doing things quite official at Double XL cover, was looking kind of wavy. But now he's over here with us, and it's about to get lit. My man, introduce yourself one time to the people.
What's up, man? It's Herbo reporting live from Chicago, Chirac, man, East Side, 79th Street. What's the deal?
Dog, we got to talk about your city, man. As much as you guys are putting it on the map with the hip-hop, the press loves to throw you up whenever they start talking about Black Lives Matter. They start talking about that Chicago body rate. And I heard y'all just did something real crazy over this last weekend. Set a whole new record.
Yeah, actually, I ain't gonna lie. We just landed. I ain't gonna lie. Me and my partner just landed here. He was just saying like 17 people dead this weekend in Chicago.
42 injured.
42 injured, shit like that. But I feel like the real problem in Chicago is not enough leadership. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a lot of potential leaders, but it's not enough leadership. So nobody who actually hands-on trying to, you know what I'm saying, not even stop the violence, because that's impossible. You can't stop the violence nowhere. There's violence everywhere in the city, but you could impact violent people and change their thought process and change the way people think and just create other opportunities for the youth and the violent crowds. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you violent don't mean you're a bad person. I was once violent. I'm not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Other people were once violent that aren't considered bad people. You know what I'm saying? It's just different situations. As far as like the violence and the trouble and the mischief that's going on in the city, is just a product of a lack of leadership. Nobody who really want to go and touch the hands of the youth and go talk to them and make sure they understand. Not just talk to them. Anybody could talk, give you a lecture. They want to hear from somebody who actually understand and been through it firsthand. And like with me, I tell, you know what I'm saying, the shorties all the time, whether it's my little homies or somebody I don't even know, like if you come around me on some gang banging shit or just negative when you meet me, I find that offensive, you know, because don't come to me with negativity. Even if you mean in a positive way trying to be cool, that's not how you address me or address any person, period. I don't think nobody who actually from the streets or come from violence or negativity like for it to be brought upon them, you know. So I just like to talk to the kids and basically tell them and make sure they understand, no matter what you've been through or what life situations or life-changing situations you've been through, you could come from under it. It's just about how you think and what make you think a certain way. You know, like me, I'm from the streets, bro. Like I ain't even graduate high school, but I know school is something important. I know that morals and the way you think will get you through the toughest situations in life. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I understood that at an early age, and I feel like everybody should. It don't matter what you doing. Anything in life, the same rules apply to everything if you want to be successful, whether you're an artist, a lawyer, anything. The rules and morals of life and just the way you think and working hard and being positive will get you through any situation in life, I feel like.
What are some of those morals? What are some of those rules that apply universally across the board?
The basic morals and rules are, of course, patience. You know, so you got to have patience. You have to really have faith in yourself and understand what you're doing. There is no such thing as a coincidence in life. If you're trying to be something or be something special, you got to put in that time, and you have to understand that you got to go through the mud. You got to go through the sleet, the hard times, the rough times in order to get to what you want in life. And that's with anything. You know, you have to understand that life is not perfect. It's not in your favor. Regardless of who you are, what you do, life will never be in your favor. So when people act like life should be in their favor or life is just beating them up, that's what comes with it. Like I was younger and my grandmother told me that God give the toughest battles to the strongest soldiers. And that's something that I always remember. Like with anything that I got going on, the toughest times I've been through in my life, if I couldn't come from under it or withstand it, it would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's just those type of morals and just principles I try to keep in my head and pass on to other people. Like with everything that I'm doing right now and the way I think as a person, as a man, it was no coincidence. I had to grow into this. I had to understand, like, even with me being an artist and a successful artist, I didn't always think the way I thought when I first started rapping, or if I did, I would be a million miles ahead of myself right now. So that's really just when people understand and they feel like you could do it, they could do it too, or they feel like you care about them being successful in life. Some people, they just need someone to feel like he care too, or he care about me more than I care about myself. So why shouldn't I want to be something and just, overcome any problems I have in life? Some people just need that extra push, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. You just got to understand it as a person, as a people, as a whole. You have to sometimes give your people that extra push, you know what I'm saying, for them to overcome what they going through in life.
So where does a dude like Common come in? He put Chicago on the map when there weren't too many rappers coming out of there. He's thoroughly respected across the business. He's from the streets. He used to do his thing when he was younger. Now he's older.
Exactly.
I hear a lot about him reaching out. Does he count as leadership, or what is he lacking as far as like being able to get everybody on his side?
As far as being a leader, I don't even think there's nothing he can do differently. He done all he can as far as his, not even all he can, but Common's done a lot for our city. He still comes and touch the youth and still go do stuff in his neighborhood. Like, every time I had these kind of conversations where I just draw deep into, any interview or anything I'm doing, a lot of people mention Common when they talking about the city. And really, I don't know if it's getting my opinion or if they just throwing it out like, all right, Common did it once upon a time, And
it's really, we just want to know, when we hear it coming from the next generation back, we just want to know, okay, what is he?
I can't personally speak for everybody in my generation, but me personally, I feel like Common is a positive role model in the city. I look at Common as a big brother. Common did a lot for me, myself personally. I got a song with Common, and when I know if I was to call Common and I need some advice or anything like that, he gonna come through. He gonna answer the phone. Even when I was just last year, when I was auditioning for my first movie, Common helped me practice my script. So I mean, just I feel like anything that he could do positively to help, he will. But like I was saying earlier, as far as making a difference, they have to feel like you are a part of their struggle too. So the youth and the people who really causing the problem in Chicago, they'll listen to Common to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Common is 20 years older than me, so he can't really go and talk to the youth the way a person like me can, or Dirt, those type of role models who, the youth look up to and that they know actually been through the same thing they've been through. It's different. The street's different now from when Common was in the streets to when we in the street, so it's only so much that he could do as far as being hands-on, you know what I'm saying?
I could dig that. Do you worry about the stuff that happens in your city, or have you just decided that's what it's gonna be? I can't do nothing about it. Or does it actually concern you when you see these headlines?
Yeah, I feel like if you think like it's nothing you could do or just forget about it, you lost in the sauce. I got my little sister still in Chicago. She's still in high school. My little cousin's still in Chicago. They in grammar school. I got family in Chicago. So, of course, I care about what's going on in the violence and my family's safety and my loved one's safety. Like, I'm on the road doing what I'm doing, but I still got other loved ones that's in Chicago right now. So like I was saying, you just have to make a difference, and it's a small difference. It's the little stuff that count. Like when I was growing up, we had youth centers and shit like that to occupy our time. And we was playing basketball and going on trips, field trips, and going to summer camp for days at a time. And I'm talking me and the people who from my neighborhood. Well, I'm from one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago, bro. Like literally, they talk about my neighborhood on the news all the time. We headlines like
Which
a lot.
One is it?
I'm from 79th and Essex, Terrortown. They call it Terrortown, and it's been named Terrortown since before I was born. So I'm from one of the roughest neighborhoods in the city. But at once upon a time, it was people in my area and when I was a kid, that we felt like people cared about us and our safety and well-being and us enjoying our childhood. We don't have that no more. The little kids that's 10, 8, they holding guns, they smoking cigarettes, they smoking weed. That wasn't cool when I was younger. You know, I played basketball. It wasn't cool if I was playing basketball and trying to smoke weed. Because how? You playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that's cool now to the outside world was never cool when we were coming up, and it's still not cool right now. People just think it's cool because their mind is not where it should be. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is somebody like me or the next person to drill that in their head, but for them to feel like you're not just lecturing them, you actually care. You want to make a difference. And when you were they age, you weren't doing those type of things, or you didn't. I didn't even really have people when I was 12, 13 that was talking to me in a positive manner, like do this, do that, that was actually my age or hand in hand going through, you know what I'm saying, the streets and poverty. You know, I had my uncles and big cousins and my father. It's not the same coming from those kind of people than when it's coming from somebody who, you know, actually been through the same thing that you've been through. You know what I'm saying? It's completely different.
Why do you think you ended up with so many positive male influences around you? Like, so many dudes don't have fathers, don't have uncles. Why do you think you still drifted over to street life?
Because I feel like I drifted over to the streets and everything that I was doing because it was just me adapting to my environment. It was never nothing forced or nothing I felt like was cool. Me and everybody that I still hang around to this day, we were all playing basketball when we was younger. You know, like it was all a matter of us going through certain life-changing and life-threatening situations that made us where we are. You know, it was never cool to go out and be a street dude or, you know what I'm saying? We still looked up to those guys in certain manners and respected them, but it was never nothing that they forced upon us. Even the street dudes, they never wanted that life for us. They used to tell us get away from them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have that no more. You had the other street dudes that's like, no, come on, shorty. Huh? You know, it's not, it's completely opposite, you know, and it's just people don't have those morals. Like a lot of those, it's two kinds of street dudes, I think. It's some who are made what they are, and there's some who make they self what they are, you know? And that's really, I feel like I said, people who go through certain life-changing, life-threatening situations that just make them think and act a certain way. Like, for example, if you coming home from school and your big brother, he in high school, he just picking you up, but he got his own life, he done merged into all this other stuff that he got going on, and he picking you up and he gets shot in your face. You a little kid, you play basketball, but that's all you know is, dang, my brother just got shot in my face. But all you know from your brother is he come pick me up from school every day. He makes sure mom got groceries in the refrigerator. He not whatever he is to the outside world in your eyes. So you think and you act a certain way, and that just may force you to other situations that just change your life. And there's other people who feel like the lifestyle that this kid whose brother was taken from him in his face, they feel like his lifestyle is something cool or to be glorified when he really want the opposite. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people who just want that for themselves, and those the people who fall on the short end of the stick, who end up killed and in jail for no reason, doing 100 years for something that they could have avoided, you know, and something that they probably didn't even really want to do or was never for them in the first place, just trying to fit in or be something they not. And that's never something that you should want to be as a man. My father always told me be a leader before anything, you know. So even when I merged off into the streets, I was being a leader. I was just living my life on my own. It was nothing my father, my uncles, nobody could tell me that could really, you know what I'm saying, make me think or act a certain way. I had chosen my path already on my own.
Do you kind of wish you had listened to him?
Nah, I don't regret nothing that ever happened in my life. Okay. Everything that I ever been through made me the man I am today, the strong man, the man that think 3-4 times before he act on a situation, and the man that could go and talk to the kids and tell them this not for you. This what made me what I am, but you didn't go through this, so you don't have to be that. You could be anything else you want to be. Anything you want to be, you know. So I feel like if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't be able to talk about it the way I talk about it right now.
Do you ever get tired of being the spokesperson for your city? Like, I can imagine how many of these interviews you sit down to, and everybody probably brings up the murder rate because it's, Chicago is hot news right now. You ever get tired of having to defend Chicago or speak on Chicago's perspective and just wish it could just be about the music?
No, I feel like everything happened for a reason, bro. This what I was destined to do. I put my time and all my focus 100% completely into what I'm doing, and I was just talking to my partner earlier and just really both of me, him, he know that I understand that this was a blessing that God, what I'm saying, gave to me to be able to speak and be the voice of my city and change people's lives, not only through my music, but personally, for them to understand Herb really care about me and my safety and my well-being, and he care about the city rising as a whole. Chicago, one of the biggest cities in the world, one of the probably third most powerful city in the world. So how can we be looked at as the bottom, what I'm saying, the city that's at the bottom of the food chain or the city that's killing themselves off? We one of the most powerful, biggest cities in the world. So I feel like once everybody just get on the same level and everybody mindset is the same, Chicago would be a better place. And it's not hard. It's not impossible. It's nowhere near impossible. It's easier done than said. Some people say it's easier said than done. It's easier done than said. You know what I'm saying? Because Chicago is a big city, but it's full of followers and what's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of what's going on right now is just a setup as far as the internet and just the way people think, and they capture us to be so small-minded and put us in this one box for everybody to be on the same thing. And not even if you killing yourself literally or physically, you just killing your brain and you stuck on the same thing. So if your mind is not functioning the way it needs to be or should be, you pretty much dead anyway. So I feel like as far as me and the way I speak and everything I do, it's not a coincidence. I was destined to do this, so I don't never want to get tired. If I feel like I'm tired of doing it, I don't need to be doing it.
I can imagine there are people playing devil's advocate who would listen to a G Herbo, some music, some songs, and be like, well, how can you be talking to us about
Right.
peace? You don't rap about that.
I don't rap about peace or negativity. I don't rap about killing. Go kill this man. I'm a killer. I love shooters. I don't rap. I don't base my music upon drill or drill music. That's not me. I just tell life stories and what I've been through. This is actually my life and what I've been through and what made me able to talk to the kids in that manner. Why would I talk to you and tell you to do something I don't know about? If I didn't know that people should think a certain way and the world should be based upon positivity and positive energy just for us to grow as a people and get money. You know what I'm saying? Get money. Not even that's one thing, but it's not even about money. Even though money make the world go round, it's about just being positive and people caring about each other as a whole. You know what I'm saying? The city is just full of fuckery for no reason. It don't need to be that way, bro. Like, literally, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if everybody was too busy focusing on other things, they wouldn't have time to merge into the other shit. Like, my mind isn't the same way it was 2, 3, 4 years ago because I'm not busy doing all the little petty miscellaneous shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just, like I said, it's easier done than said. So
With all the real life things that you've been through, the kind of things that inspire your music and inspire you to talk to kids the way you do, et cetera, I can imagine that when you see some of these rap beefs, they must
Right.
make you laugh. knowing that you've been through some of
Right.
the more authentic stuff. When you see like rappers getting angry with each other, I can imagine you either like laugh at it or shake your head or you get disgusted by it. Like what goes through your head when you hear some of these dudes beefing with each other?
Like, I mean, really, just before I even go on that to chime in on what you just said, like when you said, how could the kids, when you basically said, how could you speak on peace, and that's not what you promote, it's just me telling stories about what I've been through, and it's me. It's just me. I am true to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be nothing that isn't true or unique to me or that I don't want to be. So, as far as the rap beef and all that shit that's going on, I do laugh at it, honestly, because maybe that's what's true. Maybe that's just them. Those artists as a whole. That may be just how he addressed how he feels some certain people. I'm not even gonna say he because I'm not talking about nobody in, what I'm saying, general specifically, right? I'm just speaking in general. They is just maybe how they deal with certain things. Like it's with me personally, I never been in a rap beef and I don't plan on being in one ever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about nothing. Even though all publicity is good publicity, but why? If I know I'm focused on this, that, and the third, and nothing that somebody could say to or about me, if it's not gonna benefit what I'm doing and what I got going on, why even speak on it? Because a lot of cats, when it get ugly for no reason with the rap beef, they start talking about what they gonna do to a motherfucker when they see him and this, that, and the third. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Because then when you say this what you gonna do, you forced to do that. You're forced to do it already.
Even if you change
Even
your
if
mind.
you change your mind,
Found other
you're
reasons.
forced to do it because it's already anticipated. So really with me, I don't anticipate that type of stuff, bro, because I come from it. You know what I'm saying? When you in the streets, it was never, oh yeah, he said he gonna do this, or nobody never said that. Oh yeah, he gonna do it, because now you got to, or now I'm looking for you before you even think it got to me, because you running your mouth and the next person came to me. So really, I feel like even with the element of surprise, with me, if somebody say, I've been dissed plenty of times, like a person may say what they gonna do, and I don't respond. And now you thinking why he ain't respond, what he thinking. And then when you see me, you don't know how I'm thinking. You don't know if I'm trying to play offense or defense. You don't know if I'm trying to hurt you or if I'm not even thinking about it. So if you not that, don't even approach me with it, because then you're going to have to be what you say you are, or anybody in general. I feel like once you say you going to do something, you can't really turn back, even if the next person never said anything, because now you see him and he ain't say nothing. You don't know if he's scared or not. So you said what you going to do already, so you have to do it. If you don't do it, that may makes the next person want to do what you said you was going to do.
Right.
So as far as the rap beef, it's just funny to me, because everybody who rap want to have some type of tie to the streets or connection to the streets or want to be a street dude. So if you want to be a street dude, or if you're around street dudes, how can this go any way but one or two ways if y'all promote negativity and this, that, and the third and sending threats? Some people don't take kindly to threats or take threats lightly, especially if you threaten my life or anybody around me. So why even take it there, bro, when it's all about getting money and elevating and just building your brand to the next level? Like, as far as negativity, if it come my way, that's what was meant to come my way. I'm not gonna draw no negativity towards me though, because that's all I come from. I'm trying to get away from negativity.
How about just out rapping somebody? At the end of the day, it's all words, it's all music.
Right.
How about just like making a better song, or
I try
even
to
dissing
out-rap
them on a rap?
everybody.
But yeah, even dissing them on a record doesn't have to be when I see you, I'm gonna do X,
Right.
Y, and Z.
Exactly.
You could just,
You could just swag it out. It don't gotta be even so. I never even did that. I never even dissed nobody, addressed them on the record, because it still elevates to that next level. Because if you out rap somebody, what else can they possibly say besides I'm gonna fuck you up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even with, you know what I'm saying, trying to out rap somebody, it could backfire that way. But I think that's, if I had to prefer anything, that's what I would prefer for other rappers to do. Just kill them on the track, out rap them, out swag them, make more money than them. You win. So I feel like just swagging it out that way. Just even if you talking about what you doing, like, man, this guy dissing me right now. I'm not even in the U.S. He tweeting on United States time. I'm in Spain. I'm in Germany right now. I'm in China. I'm not thinking about you. Do you even got your passport? Stop talking to me.
Then you got people who can't rap.
Right. You got people who can't rap.
Then you're going to run into those, and they can't rap, so they don't have any choice but to do all the extra.
Right. You got to, I just don't anticipate it. I try to just stay in my lane and swag it out as much as possible. The way I talk might make a nigga mad. You know what I'm saying? The way I just address shit and just like, it's bouncing off me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm rubber, you glue. It's going to bounce off me. I'm not paying attention to you. I'm not anticipating it. And that will make you feel like, damn, that young nigga mindset strong, or he winning. He must got something going on in his life where he's so happy he don't even want nothing to do with none of this shit we own.
So what is going on in your life that gives you this elevated sense of superiority over people who might take shots at you? And what are you doing? Are we talking side
I'm just
businesses? Are we talking? Is the family good and so you can
yeah,
relax? And
hell yeah.
what's it looking like right now in G
Um,
Herbo's world?
It's fine, bro. I set myself up this way. I work hard. That's all I care about. My music. I love what I do. I'm passionate about my job. So as far as this interview right now, I'm loving it. This is a part of me working, So I just love what I'm doing. Like as far as my mother, she happy when I see her. She smile when she see me. She happy to see me come in the house at night. She know that she don't have to worry about the same shit she had to worry about 2 years ago or even 1 year ago. My little sister, she know that I'm working to change their lives. And that's what make me happy. You know what I'm saying? The people around me that I struggle with, that I cry with, that I starved with, they know that we coming from under that now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy, bro. I'm positive. I'm only trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even dropped any music since last year. I'm still touring off my last project, you know what I'm saying? And the tour numbers only going up. The show prices only going up. I'm still recording music. Right now as we speak, I have new music on the way, new albums on the way right now. Like, you know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
part of my
So
next question. What took so long? Most people, I'm not
it
not
was
saying you gotta move with other people's
right.
schedules, but it's not common for a dude who was getting as much love as you were at the time to not be quick with a follow up. Sometimes they do too many follow ups.
Right.
Sometimes they'll drop a new
Yeah.
album every 3 months. Like too many joints start coming
Right.
out. But you, not that you took a year off, but as far as releasing new music,
Right.
we haven't heard from you in. Is it over 12 months now?
Yeah,
A
over
little
12
over 12
months.
months?
A little over 12 months. I mean, as far as like music and bodies of music, I've been working. I never stopped working and recording. It's just I don't want to put anything out prematurely. Even with my previous projects, I didn't just drop that overnight. I made sure it was perfect timing and my fans were ready. Everybody was anticipating it, and I made it what I wanted it to be. I was fully comfortable with it before it was released. And really, that's just where I am all the time with music. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it. I want everything that I'm doing to be special. I want it to be legendary, remember. I want to do what the greats done. I'm telling my story about my life the same way Nas and Jay did it and Pac did it, just on a different level because it's a different time and age now. So really with the music and just how I'm doing it, I'm about to drop a project right now, like ASAP next week actually, called Strictly for My Fans. And it's really just me putting together a body of work that I was already working on and not even like no overnight shit, because this shit that I've been working on in music, I'm passionate about. I've been dropping singles, shit like that in the meantime of me, you know what I'm saying, building up to it, and the fans have been appreciating it. So really the body of music I'm putting out now is really just a token, me showing my appreciation to my fans that they've been waiting patiently and still come out to see me perform every time I'm on the road, and still like everything about my brand is growing. My Instagram followers, my Twitter followers, my Facebook followers, shit like that is still growing. And I just want to let the fans know that I see them and I still appreciate them as we all growing together. So when I drop this, I feel like it's gonna have a big impact on it, but only for I want them to know that I'm dropping this so the next thing I drop could be perfect the way I want it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to rush anything. I want it to really lead and build up the hype going into the shit that I have that I know about to shock the world. I haven't dropped in a year for a reason. It's not a coincidence. Like I said earlier, everything I do, I plan out, I strategize, you know what I'm saying? And I really put in the overtime, and I'm looking at the numbers, seeing what's doing what, and really the time that I have to spare and the time where I should drop this, where it might be the right time. Or I got a lot of my fans come from here. When I drop something, a lot of downloads come from this place. So I'm just really understanding all that so I could capitalize off everything when I drop the music the way I want to, bro. Like, I really want it to be special, and it's going to be special. I feel it. I know it. So
You mentioned Nas and Pac and Jay. Like you mentioned some of the greats,
Yeah.
definitely legends. We don't hear that. We don't hear a lot of that lately
Right.
from newer rappers of like your generation. It seems to be like a big back and forth between the '90s and dudes today. And you got dudes like Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty. Not really. Lil Yachty will tell you he's never heard a Biggie or Pac song and et cetera, et cetera. But you looking up to
Right.
those dudes. You want to
Yeah.
do it kind of like that. Where did
Yeah,
that come
yeah.
from? That
It
appreciation.
just from the start, you know what I'm saying? It was really just me. As when I grew up listening to Jay-Z and Nas and Kiss and Pac. I know I could name Fab Pac songs. I could name Fab Big songs, Fab Hov song. My favorite Fab, you know what I'm saying? Not just Fab in general. Just really, I understand the culture. I'm a student of hip hop and rap music, rap culture. I appreciate it, so that's why I am who I am. I didn't wake up saying I wanted to rap, bro. Like, I mean, not even wake up. I didn't say I wanted to be a rapper. That was never what I wanted to do with my life. In all actuality, I was in school playing basketball, bro. And like I said, just life changing situations and the environment I adapted to just made me what I am. I only knew to rap about my life. I didn't know to rap about nobody else's life or what I seen going on around the corner. I only rap about what I know. The same way Big did, and the same way Pac did, and Hov and Kiss and those guys. So that's all I know. That's what put chills in my body. That type of music. That's where I come from, bro, and that's what I strive to be. I don't compare myself to my peers. It's what I'm saying. It's cool. I like everything that everybody doing. We all striving to be great, but I have other things in store for myself that I look forward to doing and look forward to being as an artist and just a man in general. I look at those guys for inspiration.
Is G Herbo looking to be legendary? So
Yeah.
many rappers get in the game and they just want to cash out, find one big single, and get out of Dodge, get all the dough they can, and be out. And
No.
most of us don't knock that. But there seems to be so few artists who want 10, 15, 20-year
Hell yeah.
careers, legendary albums, classic
Exactly.
singles,
Exactly.
et cetera, Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like so many people, there don't seem to be a lot who strive for that.
Right.
But
And
if this who you're looking up to,
Yeah.
I can only assume that that's what you got in mind.
that's what I want, bro. I want my story to be remembered. I want to be considered a legend, legendary, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people may say I'm considered a legend right now, but I'm not anticipating it. I want to strive to be even greater. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm doing is only the beginning, literally. I feel like if I can't capitalize off of just my story and just being the man I am and changing other people's lives and being legendary through my music and just me as a person and my thought process changing other people's lives, I feel like I failed. I don't want to look at myself 20, 30, 40 years. I'm 21 now. See, like that's what I'm saying. I'm 21. The time flying, bro. I don't want to be 30, 35, 40 saying what I could have done or should have done or I didn't capitalize off this the way I should have. You know what I'm saying? I got a song on my first project and I'm saying you's a woulda, coulda, shoulda nigga. That's what I don't want to be. I don't want to be saying what I could have done and what I should have done when I know I have the power and I have the ability to do it right now, so that's what I just strive to be, bro. I want to be a legend, you know what I'm saying? I want to be remembered on and on. I want people's kids to know who I was and just to go back and if they listen to my song that I recorded 2013, 2014 and it's 2026, 2030, you know what I'm saying? And people could still relate to it because the same rules to life just keep on going on and on. I could listen to some Pac right now and relate to it, put chills through my body. So that's what I want to, I want to have that same effect on people.
Do you feel bad
through
for
my
people
career.
who have never heard Pac? Like even the one dude aside, I don't want to keep harping on him, but it seems amazing to me. And some people say I've never heard a Biggie song, can't name any of those songs. Do you feel bad for people who haven't taken that in and gotten that feeling that you get?
I only feel bad if you call yourself a student of hip hop or you a hip hop artist, but I don't even think that's my bro. Who you talking about? I don't even think he even meant he don't know who those guys are. He just probably not familiar with the work and the platform that they laid for us, even for him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think it was him meaning it in a bad way. It just people caught it the wrong way, you know. So I can't really say I feel sorry for people who have never heard of Big and Pac. I just know if if you can't relate to it, how could I feel sorry for you anyway? You know, like certain people can't relate to Big story, Pac story, so it's not for them maybe. So you can't really judge those people off that.